Hello and welcome to this new series where I'm gonna try and make short videos about either micro or tactical moves, which hopefully you can also employ better in your own gameplay, especially if you're not, super pro, like Rasman, who doesn't even need smoke. Because we need smoke, because we're fighting a double T90S with a 3-stack of Leopard 2s. We do have a 2 of 5. And so, right, just a theory real quick for those who don't know. Medium tanks, as long as they have, I think, 13 front armor, cannot get one-shot by AP weapons, aka by other tanks. So, because you do more damage the closer you get, but the most AP you can get is 30, right? So, what you want to do is you want to close the distance. So the first thing we do is we do a line of smoke here. What does that line of smoke do? It forces him to either stay behind it, in which case we can use the smoke to drive into him, or retreat, in which case we gain terrain, or peek out in front of the smoke, which already though reduces the distance of engagement, right? If there was no smoke, he could be standing, say, right here, and shooting us stuff here, right? Like around here. But now, if he wants to poke or shoot, he has to go here, which is 2 to 3 AP scalings closer, I'm gonna say, which matters quite a lot. Like, he'll do a lot of damage to my Leo 2s, but it's a difference between my Leo 2s doing, I don't know, 1 to 2 damage per shot per Leo, to maybe 3 to 4, So that's the difference between 5-shotting and 3-shotting or so. So that's the first thing you do. Second thing you do is you get your grenadiers, or you get your cannon fodder forwards. I already kind of wasted my transports a second ago. Third thing you do is you keep your high-end infantry a bit behind, so they don't, die to the panic bomber, so they don't die to whatever, right? The first stuff that might be around, which is good against infantry. And then, yeah. So he does decide to peek in front. As you can see, we have a 2 of 5, but it's not even in position. And what happens when he peeks? His T90s are full life and -1 HP, by the way, right? He peeks. I think one of them misses or doesn't get quite the fire because of the weapon jam. I'm not quite sure. But yeah. So he gets 1 shot off, which does 9 damage to one of my tanks, right? So it's a 1 shot. And I get 3 shots on his other tank, I think, doing only 2 damage each. Or maybe only 2 shots hit and I did 3 damage per shot, something like that, right? But it's pretty decent. I would have liked to be even closer, though, as you can see, right? But anyway, after that, especially with his crits, but mostly because I've cleared off the other stuff, now it's just time to go forwards, forwards, forwards. I also know I have open ground, he has a forest, so I'm even going to be able to close some more distance. I'm also kind of on purpose going here, because it gives me an open line of sight here, right? So, basically, yeah, exactly, right? If I would have been driving straight at him, I would have been in this forest here, and I couldn't have shot his tanks going back like this until I get here myself, at which point they might already be in here, or behind smoke. But by going sideways, I create this open terrain, which makes it more likely for me to cut off his route of retreatment. Now I lose one. Oh, I get side shot. Yeah, I get 1 Neo 2 side shot. That was pretty much bad micro by me, I think. Should have been driving more like this than like this. As you can see, now we send in the Stortruppen. He bombs. I'm kind of slowing down for a second. I completely forgot about my 205, which is pretty fucking bad, right? Not gonna lie. But it doesn't really matter. That's not what we're here about. The idea is just try how to deal with super heavies with mediums, and it's get as close as possible and try micro well. We get a weapons jam, but we don't manage to finish him off. But yeah, that's that. Hope you enjoyed. Tell me in the comments.